Hello, dear friends. Caroline Best Kennedy says the most explosive week in history is coming. Cobra says this will last 3 months. And the prophet Simon predicts 2 hot months. Opinion piece, Universal Storm, Tragicomedy, Digital Battlefield, Sturgeon's Blood Moon, 2 months of tragedy, earthquakes everywhere. The old world dies silently. Between chaos and rebirth. 3 months purification cycle. Let's start. We find ourselves in the midst of a great storm in every sense, physical, mental, and spiritual. All of this converges with the full moon, a lunar eclipse, and the solar storm. I'm not saying these events are caused by the eclipse, but everything is connected. The prophet Simon from Medellin, Colombia, has said that 2 months of tragedy are coming with the blood moon, and that there will be 7 seconds of zero gravity when everything will be lifted off the ground. Something hard to believe, but he has already correctly predicted several earthquakes, even though I don't like doomsayers who instill fear in people. A tragic comedy is a situation that blends the tragic and the comic, involving opposing characters and passions, and mixing the most refined style with the most ordinary. That's how I dare to describe the current world situation, where the tragic elements are earthquakes, floods, or volcanic eruptions, and the comic elements are some political figures who sometimes make fools of themselves. The solar storm of August 28th could surround the lunar eclipse with auroras. It is a partial lunar eclipse that occurred in the early morning hours of Thursday 27th to Friday 28th August 2026, starting at 3:23 a.m. Spanish time. This solar storm is the result of an incoming stream of solar wind and the coronal mass ejection from sunspot. Phenomena. During the last week, we have witnessed very intense terrestrial and space weather phenomena. On August 25th, the Sun unleashed a powerful solar flare of magnitude 6.9 with a coronal mass ejection directed towards Earth. Meanwhile, the Earth has trembled. A magnitude 6.7 earthquake shook Ayacucho, Peru on August 20th, followed by other significant earthquakes in the Pacific region, including a magnitude 6 quake in the Banda Sea on August 24th, and another one near Hokkaido on August 23rd. On the other hand, flash floods struck the border region between Nepal and Tibet, with massive amounts of debris and water sweeping through the area, devastating roads, bridges, and infrastructure. Volcanic activity has also remained active across the globe. The major volcano in the Philippines swept ash on August 25th. In addition, extreme weather conditions have been recorded in various parts of the world, including a tornado in Pomas, France, on August 24th that damaged 300 homes, while Hawaii faced the risk of flooding due to the tropical storm Moke earlier in the week. Purification. According to Cobra, the total solar eclipse of August 12th marked the beginning of a very intense 3-month purification cycle that would end on November 11th. This process was triggered by a massive amount of high pure intergalactic plasma from the M87 galaxy, which was sent to the Sun from motherships located in the solar corona during the eclipse. This plasma mixed with the normal solar plasma and was visible in the solar prominences during the total phase of the eclipse. The purification process, which will last 3 months, will focus on eliminating the remaining non-physical dark web, Internally, this process will manifest as an emotional purification, as the internal conversion from hell to heaven will be fully operational. The feelings of abandonment and betrayal by the light implanted in Atlantis will gradually dissipate. We can free ourselves from this once we understand that this betrayal and abandonment are nothing more than an artificially implanted belief system, and we can reconnect with the light. The anomaly infected by the non-physical lurker remains very strong in the surface layer surrounding Earth, and significantly interferes with the manifestation process. Positive thoughts, emotions, and energies are not strong enough to penetrate the subquantum space where the lurker resides and eliminates its interference. The only energy strong enough to enter there and eliminate the lurker is free will. In 1996, dark forces infiltrated the physical plane of the planetary surface with many draconians in cloned human bodies. They replaced certain politicians, CEOs, generals, lawyers, journalists, and other people in positions of power. According to Cobra, between 1996 and 1999, millions of snakes were born as human offspring, primarily in developing countries, with Somalia, Afghanistan, India, China, and Mexico being the main entry points. As soon as these creatures reached adulthood, they were sent to infiltrate the US and Europe in massive waves of invasion that began in 2014 and are still ongoing. Recent news. A popular narrative in sovereign citizen and alternative economic communities suggests a collapse or replacement of fiat currency systems, centralized banking, or governance models in favor of something new linked to decentralized technology. According to Judy Bington, the transition to QFS is already underway. Central bank servers have been frozen. 9 hidden IMF accounts have been closed, and 14 quantum transactions have been processed using QFS tokens. As fiat liquidity dries up, private banking systems are showing warning signs of debt restructuring. The global monetary pulse is being rewritten. The gold-backed ledger is underway. Maritime purge, secret routes exposed. Naval quantum drones intercepted dockside shipping routes of Djibouti and in the Strait of Malacca. Containers had genomic servers, bioparticles, and DNA data arrays. All evidence is in Space Force custody. 14 quantum nodes connect the US, Australia, Israel, and Switzerland via an underwater fiber optic network immune to electromagnetic pulses. This is the backbone of the EBS infrastructure. The final phase begins. All fronts are active. Borders secured. Orbit cleared. AI deactivated and the finances restructured. The old world is quietly dying and the new one is buzzing. The EBS will not announce itself. When the frequency changes, you will already be inside the network. Juan O'Savin confirms that the space program's glass chamber technology has been integrated into medical beds in 2009 nations. The 3 pillars of human liberation merge into one: the quantum physical, the quantum financial system, and medical bed technology. What began as separate operations has been synchronized into a single mission, the Ascension Protocol. Final phase, Ascension Project. Earth will enter quantum alignment when the final redemption is complete and the final QFS nodes are activated. The Global Emergency Broadcast System will announce the transition. Your intention determines access. Those who act with purity of purpose are authorized. Those who act out of greed are blocked. This is the end of fraud, corruption, and human enslavement through debt. You are the bridge between two worlds. Redeemers, healers, and builders united under one frequency, truth. Your mission is not to wait. Your mission is to act. The future is not yet to come. It is already here. The quantum financial system rises through quantum computing and benevolent artificial intelligence. Value is based on gold, platinum, and oil. Decentralized market forces replace control. The plan is unfolding step by step. The spell has been completely broken. Stay strong, stand united, and watch the story unfold in real time. Keanu Reeves exposes the 9 forbidden secrets to gaining superpowers and success. Keanu reveals the techniques the elite use to influence people without their knowledge, including methods for manipulating attention, emotions, attraction, perception, and the environment. He also reveals an ancient technique used to destroy someone's life without a trace. Anonymous. Anonymous is the civilian arm of the plan to save the world, according to Mel. Anonymous users are called upon before the general public for a very specific reason. They had to know the darkness that precedes the light. I don't think people understand the true weight that the anonymous victims carried for the world, because they suffered many losses during this operation: friends, family, children, and neighbors. While they were fighting for you, there were people who opposed them. The end times were never the end of humanity, but the end of evil. I hope we realize that evil is being brought to light and eradicated daily. This is a war of minds, spiritual battle between good and evil. All social media platforms are a digital battleground, and anonymous users must remain here until it's over. They possess the knowledge to guide the public toward the new divine system through this awakening process, in order to reach their higher state of consciousness and perception. Every human being will experience their own awakening, and Anonymous will carry the light when it gets too dark, from darkness to light. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.